Hello guys, I'm Ellie301 Dawn, and welcome to something a little bit different. Today we're going to be covering Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life, as well as the version differences compared to Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, the boy version. So, first things first, of course we're going to be starting a new game and going through the opening cutscenes. I will have a side-by-side comparison, but for the most part I will be focusing on Another Wonderful Life, the girl version, as far as dialogue and that kind of stuff goes. So, I guess let's jump in, shall we? He wasn't unhappy, but he didn't seem to have a direction in life. One day, I went to see him. I told him about the farm you left to him. Your son didn't seem to know much about farming, but he was willing to give it a try. So I brought him to Forget-Me-Not Valley. Your dad and I shared the same dream, you know. I bet he never told you, but I remember it all. It all started with a letter. I hadn't gotten a letter in a long time. It was in a bright red envelope, and it was from the daughter of an old friend. She wrote about her life in the city, and asked all kinds of questions about the farm. On that last line, she said this: I want to try working on the farm. To a city girl, a place like Forget-Me-Not Valley must be interesting, I guess. While I was thinking that, I was reminded of my old friend, of his face. You're your father's daughter, all right. It's a shame about your father. Fate works in mysterious ways. Anyway, I'm sure he's in a better place. Come on, the farm's this way. Imagine a young girl wanting to come to Forget-Me-Not Valley. You're a strange one, just like your father. Anyway, if you try living here, you'll find out if it's for you or not. Here we are. They're a little old, but the buildings are still usable, and there are fields. And if you spread a little fertilizer in this pasture, it could be used for grazing animals. Let me tell you, we don't have any of your city conveniences around here. But it'll grow on you. There are lots of things here that you'd never see in the city. It's up to you. Take your time and think about it. Alright, let's look inside. This is the barn. You can keep cows, horses, and sheep here. I'll show you the inside later. Next door is the tool shed. There are shelves for tools and other things in here. Feel free to use the tools in here. The tools you will need right away are on the tool shelf, and some crop seeds are on the shelf too. Come and get them. This is the food storage. Put milk, eggs, and other things you want to sell in here. I'll take them to the city the next day. If there's anything you want me to buy for you, there's an order form here, so just write it down. This is the chicken coop. You can raise chickens here. It looks like we have some stray dogs here. They seem to like you. Oh, alright, but I'm not too fond of dogs, so just one, okay? You're gonna make me pick? This is awful. Hardest decision in the game, right here, guys. Which one do you want to keep? Okay, why don't you pick out a name for him? Alright, I'll find an owner for the other one in the city. I'll make a doghouse for him later, too. And this is your house. I fixed it up a bit so you can move right in. Oh, my house? My house is... the building across from the food storage is where I live. Well, that's about it for now. When you get the hang of things, you may want to add more buildings. Oh yeah, come here for a minute. I bought you one female cow. This is her feed box. I'd like you to give her a name. So canonically, her name is going to be Abby for all intended purposes. In both games, that is. Abby? That's a good name. Our first cow. This is cause for celebration. Take good care of her now. By the way, it's been about 10 days since this cow gave birth, so you can milk her a couple of times a day from now on. I think that's everything. Oh, almost forgot. You've got to think of a name for the farm. Have any good ideas? We're gonna call our farm, that is actually a ranch because it has animals, Lucky Star. Alright, while we're at it, let me introduce you to the people who live here. I'm not really a people person, but you're still young, so you probably need some friends. Let's go. This is Tim and his wife Ruby. They run the Inner Inn, and their son Rock. How should I introduce you? Ellie? I see. Oh, and there's a girl named Nami staying on the second floor here. This is Galen and his wife Nina. This is Chris. This is her husband Wally and their son Hugh. Griffin is the Blue Bar's bartender, and Muffy works there part-time. Romana lives in the villa with her granddaughter Lumina, and that's their butler Sebastian. Oh, that guy playing the guitar over there is named Gustava. He's always playing that guitar of his. Vesta also runs a farm here. Over there is Vesta's brother, Marlin, and that's Celia, who helps them with their work. They'll sell you seeds for your crops. There are people living over there, too. There are two brothers who make fireworks, an artist, a guy who does experiments, a guy who's always playing the guitar. Oh, and there's a professor and his assistant living in the tent by the waterfall. They're doing some kind of excavation. Well, I guess that's about it. You must be tired out by all of this excitement. You can take it easy for a while. If you have any questions, ask me anytime. Well, have a good rest. I've never seen this harvest sprite before. Who is it? Who is it? But who could it be? We're the only harvest sprites in this town. Who is it? Who is it? I think you're right. So who is it? Ellie? I see, a harvest sprite named Ellie. Nice name. Oh, I see. I'm Knack. Nice to meet you. My name's Nick. Nice to meet you. I'm Flack. Nice to meet you. Several days later. So that's how her life on the farm began. I figured she would either get tired or like it and stay. In the end, the choice was hers to make.